Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to do something a little different. With all the attention on coatings, ceramic coatings, professional coatings, I want to bring some of the attention back onto good quality sealants. So I want to do a sealant series, but I want to do it a little differently than some of the series that are continuing with this channel right now. So what I want to do is I'm going to put sealants head to head. So tonight I'm going to put Wolfgang against opti-seal. And if you guys enjoy this and want to see more of the series, let me know. Give me some feedback down in the comments section, and then also add some sealants you want me to add to the series. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to put these two head to head, and we're going to do it like a bracket, like a college basketball bracket. If I have to, if you want me to continue and give me some sealants, I'll make the bracket larger on either side, and then we'll put them head to head and let the best ones meet in the middle for the championship. So, without further ado, let's take a look at Wolfgang going up against opti-seal. Wolfgang Concours Series Deep Gloss Paint Sealant comes in 16 ounces for $39.99. They both will last for a few months, the Wolfgang using modified silicone polymers and opti-seal using their own patented polymers. 8 ounces of the Optimum opti-seal will go for $24.99. The bottle indicates 1 ounce will protect 4 to 5 cars, giving you 40 cars of protection in an 8-ounce bottle. Okay, I have 2 sections ready to go for a good sealant. They have been polished, they have been cleaned with an IP solution. So we're first going to test ease of use, meaning the ease of application and the ease of removal after it flashes. Okay, on this side, we'll have the Wolfgang Concours Series Deep Gloss Paint Sealant 3.0. Application, actually with both of these sealants, is rather easy, especially if you're out of direct sunlight, out of high temperature, out of the elements. The opti-seal is a little bit easier, has less drag on the pad while you're going across the panel. No big deal though. And I'll grab the camera and bring you in close so you get an idea of what they look like right after application, as soon as they're starting to cure. Alright, now we're going to test the ease of removal. The first point, ease of use, will go to opti-seal. It felt like there was really nothing there to wipe off. On the Wolfgang side, there was a hazed layer of the product to remove. No big deal on either side, but that point will go to opti-seal. I'm going to remove the tape and we're going to move on to the next portion. Before we do, let me grab the camera, bring you in. You can see where the tape was, where the sealant stopped. We have sealants on both sides, a nice thick layer, thick enough where you could see the edges. Both of these sealants will get a good portion of the day to cure while I get some work done, and then I'll come back and mess around with these later. Okay, next we're going to take a look at beading for both of these sealants. It'll give me a little example of its water-resistant properties and its ability to repel free-flowing water, maybe rain or rainstorms or anything splashing up from the roadways. There is a noticeable difference between both sides, the opti-seal side and the Wolfgang side. The Wolfgang side has a much tighter beading and looks a little bit like it's a dark, richer color. So this point is going to go to Wolfgang's Concours Series, and that will tie things up at 1. Next, I want to see how each sealant protects the surface of your car. You never know what your car is going to come up against on any particular day. So I'm going to drop a little bit of touch-up paint, some silver, on the surface of these sealants and see which one is easier to remove. I've had a car come in that had graffiti work done all along the side. I had a quality sealant on it from its maintenance a couple weeks before, and the removal was easy. First, I'm just going to try and blast it away with an electric power washer, and then I'll follow that up and see if I can wipe it off. The Wolfgang side is coming off much easier, and I believe if I gave it any effort whatsoever, I could get just about 90 to 95% of it off without using any harsh chemicals. The other side, the opti-seal side, the paint is starting to bond to the surface already. The point for protection will go to Wolfgang in this case, giving it a 2-to-1 lead, and that's before we get into repelling water. This is the Wolfgang side, blasting it with the pressure washer. It's beading and repelling very well. We're going to move over to the opti-seal side very shortly. And there is a bit of a difference. There's more sheeting than there is beading going on. It is still protecting, but there's a bit more of repellency over on the Wolfgang side. This point will also go to Wolfgang, giving it a 3-to-1 lead before we get into durability. All right, now we're going to abuse these sealants with a bunch of very harsh chemicals, starting off with the Purple Power Vehicle and Boat. I use this for traffic film removers and for any vehicle that I know has a carnauba wax. Then we're going to blast it each time, following with the pressure washer. And we're going to continue to hit it with some real harsh chemicals. This is Purple Power Degreaser Cleaner Full Strength. I absolutely understand this test doesn't represent how a sealant will hold up in the real world, wear and tear, but this series will give you an idea of some of the properties of each sealant, how it's applied, removed, how it repels water, a little bit of how it protects, and gives you maybe an idea of its durability. If you are in the market for a sealant, this may help you out. Okay, we're following up the Purple Power Full Strength with IP solution at 25%. And following up, blasting the heck out of it with the pressure washer. Okay, we're going to break out the big boy here. We're going to use the Citral 266, an industrial strength degreaser. When I use this on the surface of a vehicle, I usually follow it up with a wash mitt or a thorough rinse with a pressure washer. This is some strong stuff here. We'll see how the sealants hold up. And yet again, we're going to blast it with the pressure washer at close range. All right, after all that abuse, back to back to back to back, we're going to mist a little bit of water on here and see if we still have any protection whatsoever from both sides. There is an obvious dividing line where the opti-seal ends and the Wolfgang starts. The beading is much tighter. It's a darker, richer color, bit more gloss, and no doubt in my mind the point goes to Wolfgang and will win that battle 4-to-1 and move on in the brackets. You can see here, after all that abuse with the chemicals and the pressure washer, the Wolfgang still has some nice tight beading and has some protection to offer. I have used both of these sealants for quite some time, so I thought it would be appropriate to hit them off head to head and start off the series. If you want to continue this, just let me know down below and give me a couple more sealants to add to our chart. Okay guys, so putting these sealants head to head, I'm going to use a 5-category point system. It's going to be ease of use, gloss, beading, protection, and durability. So in this case, the Wolfgang deep gloss sealant wins 4-1, and that would put them proceeding to the next bracket. And if you want me to continue, let me know and give me some sealants to fill this in. Again, if you give me a ton of sealants, I'll make the brackets bigger, and we'll see what happens. Brian from Apex Detail. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Catch you in the next video.